Sure.
But you mentioned that you only started TikTok after you did your travel videos. You were on Instagram. And we've seen with a lot of people kind of like, I don't want to call it overnight success because obviously it takes time, but people blow up fast on there. So what was that like, kind of getting accustomed to that so quickly?
It was super weird because I put so much time and work into my Instagram, and it's much harder to grow on Instagram than it is on TikTok.
Yeah.
And, I'm to 4.6 million on Instagram in 5 years, and then 6.6 on TikTok in like a year and a half.
Yeah.
I'm just
crazy.
like, what is going on? I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, especially coming from someone who like, studied the algorithm of Instagram, and like to have a completely different platform that is so different. I actually really liked it because TikTok was a bit more decentralized, like the For You page, like how it serves you random people's videos. Like on Instagram, I kind of only see the people that I follow versus TikTok, where you're just getting served like people from all over the world, different everything, cultures, ethnicities, belief systems, the whole mental health side of TikTok. Like I feel like it also brought this whole new beauty standard in, which was really cool because Instagram was very like model, like skinny blonde, like we love Alexis Ren, but that was the vibe right. Forever ago. And now it's like you have your Addison Rays and Sienna Mays, and I absolutely love the more curvy, outgoing, personality based side of women on TikTok versus just like Instagram model.
Yeah. And
it's given people like, there weren't too many quote unquote Instagram models that carried over into TikTok, if you really think about it. When I really try to think about people that did what I did that carried over, it's very few and far in between. I actually can't really think of any. Maybe like My Life is Ava. But even like, I don't know, just because it's not just about pictures. Like you can't hide behind.
Right. You need a personality.
On TikTok.
Yeah,
you can't, you can't Photoshop video. It's like who you are. It's what you look like. And like the people that I've been on TikTok actually through and through are pretty much who they say they are, which is really cool. Like, I really enjoy that because on Instagram there were quite a few times where I would meet people that I looked up to for years, and I was like, hold on.
Right, because you have no idea what you're getting at all.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't look like, you don't sound like, you don't feel like anything that you just put out. Like I'm so confused. So I don't know, I think it's definitely been something to get used to, but also the toxicity on TikTok is pretty crazy. It's a super young audience, and it's a lot of people expressing their opinion on things that they don't necessarily understand.
Yeah.
And when it's thousands of kids or people doing that, it can be extremely overwhelming for the people that are putting out content.
Yeah, TikTok is, we've talked about it, feels like sometimes like you can grow and blow up so fast, but it can be so volatile sometimes, like just the things that kids attach to and blow up in the comment section, in the comments, and all of a sudden it's this whole big thing. Like, how have you dealt with kind of backlash from TikTok compared to, doing Instagram for so long and not having it really be a problem?
Yeah, my Instagram is super positive. TikTok, because like you're saying, people blow up so quickly with the kids attached to, it's not really about who you are as a person. They're attaching to something else. So like, even with my TikTok audience, obviously I started dating someone who did TikTok, and it was a lot of his audience, right? So they had no idea who I was. There are so many people who will come onto my TikTok and they're like, oh, she's just a TikToker. Like literally people who follow me on TikTok think that that's all I do. Yeah. It's hilarious. I'm like, if you just did a little bit of research, like you would see that I've been doing this for a year. People will call me like a TikToker when that is like actually what I put the least amount of time into, which is so funny to me. But yeah, they attach onto something super quick, and the controversy, like honestly, I've just learned to ignore it because those people really don't know the situation or know anything about you. So I think it's important to address those situations and clear the air for people, but to not get emotionally attached to what people are saying because they really don't have any idea. Like it's pretty crazy looking at comment threads of people speculating over what's happening and all of it being incorrect. I'm like, you realize that you're wasting like hours of your life talking about someone or something that you have no idea about, and you're just speculating on it. And some people may enjoy that, but I definitely don't.
And it also moves in waves a lot of the time. Like for weeks at a time, you'll see the comments raving over a certain person, and then one tiny thing happens and it just is like a mob mentality of people just destroying somebody. It's crazy because I think everyone has to remind themselves, like, it is a lot of young kids who really haven't experienced anything yet. Yeah. And they just think, they see one comment about how they should be acting, and then they take that, which is almost a little scary to think about.
It is very scary. It's a lot of fake news, a lot of misinformation. And I talk about that a lot, about just not trusting what you see on the internet. Like, I think the internet is fun for entertainment purposes and consumption of that, but when people like really believe everything that they see of like, this happened to this person or whatever, I'm like, you're only hurting yourself because you're literally just paying attention to fake information. And there's so much fake news too. Like, it's a very interesting thing. You even see it in like the political system, like when presidential debates are going on, like the things that people talk about, like no one even really knows what's going on most of the time, and it's so much confusion. And that's the part where I feel like influencers should take a bit more responsibility upon themselves to address certain situations. Or like, I don't know if you guys know who Amelie Zilber is, but she is like super involved in the political system. And like, I love how she's actually taking it up on herself to properly educate people, because when you have millions of followers, you do have an impact on those people. And I think that responsibility is really important. And if you don't take that responsibility seriously, then why are you having a platform? Like, what's the point of those millions of people following if you're not going to push out some sort of message or positive information, just in general? Because it's a huge responsibility. And all those kids that don't know what's going on or don't know what to believe, don't know what to think, you are guiding them in some type of way. So I think it's super important to acknowledge that.